What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Crypto Grind channel. Bringing you another very exciting project, but as always, before we get going, make sure you're liking this video, subscribe to the channel, watch all the way to the end, and of course, hit that bell notification because when you know another video goes live. What are we going to be talking about today? Well, that's Panther Protocol. It is something that is very interesting. Haven't done a whole bunch of research on it, but I was brought to my attention by one of the Crypto Grind community members, so I thought I would give it a check out and let everybody know what I think about this project. What is it? Well, basically, it's a privacy coin that is bringing Web3 into DeFi, Web3 into legacy projects, and so on. So if you have a look at the website over here where it says private scalable blockchain protocol for institutions joining DeFi, so what I really like about it is that it's interoperable, and whether you have a legacy system or the top of the range, top tech system, you are able to connect to the blockchain, which I think is super exciting and something that cannot be ignored because that's how we're going to get mainstream with crypto, and that's where the major money is going to be flooding into this project. If we have a look at the rest of the website, you can see here that they are building on Elrond, Ethereum, Polygon, the Flare network, which is one of the newer ones, Avalanche, and of course the Near protocol as well. Basically, what it does, and they explain it here on their website, is that radical on-chain transparency is both a feature and a bug. Financial data becomes a commercial commodity, and neglecting privacy on Web3 and DeFi could potentially fuel success of a surveillance society. So what they're doing is they're creating a private interoperable infrastructure that can restore user privacy while giving legacy finance and fintechs alike a private entry into DeFi. Essentially, how they do that is they create what they call Z assets. You take all of your digitized assets, you put them into a Panther vault, is what they explain over here, and you mint fully private Z assets and you transact with those private assets on the blockchain. Once you're done and your transactions are finished, you can then obviously convert them straight back into your digital assets. Or if you leave your digital assets in the vault and they are used as your collateral and you transact as you want until you are finished. You swap privately across blockchains. You enjoy a private, low latency and capital efficient DEX with multi-asset anonymity. Sorry, I cannot say that word, pools, and innovative interchain capabilities. You interact with DeFi applications while preserving privacies. This is something else that I like. It's essentially incognito on the blockchain. So you'll have a privacy toggle that you will click and you will then be able to interact privately, and you can choose what you want the blockchain to see and what you don't want it to see. And that's here with full ownership of your data. So you create zero knowledge reports to selectively disclose parts of your transaction history to anyone that you want. This could be pretty useful for things like auditing and so on, where you don't want everybody to disclose everything, but you still want to prove that the transaction happened and so on. So that's pretty useful and something that I do like. So also what is nice here is that as part of your technology, participating in the network and staking to support privacy across DeFi is easy. You shield your assets from any blockchain into Panther vaults and send fully collateralized assets anywhere with complete zero knowledge privacy. You earn rewards the more you interact. So the more you interact, the more of the rewards you will enjoy, which I really like. It's sort of incentivizing utility on this protocol. Lastly, I just wanted to have a look at the team itself. Is pretty interesting. We do need to just scroll down this web page just a little bit to get to the team because it's all in one sort of go. So having a look here, we have Oliver Gale, sorry. I'm not great with names. He is a serial entrepreneur, and also he's interested in CBDCs, which is fantastic because he understands privacy and user privacy, which I love. And obviously CBDCs, you need to have really good knowledge of blockchain technology. He's also been involved in policy discussions through various levels of government at the United Nations and obviously various universities and the IMF, International Monetary Fund. So he understands how these things work and the need for privacy. So he himself and his co-founder, Dr. Anish Mohammed, both understood the need for privacy, and Anish Mohammed was an early advisor to Ripple. He was involved with the Ethereum Orange paper, so he understands cryptocurrencies from way back from some of the earliest projects, which gives you confidence that they understand the need for this. They understand how to get a successful project across the line. So that's another tick on my box there. Taking a look at the roadmap, it's one of their weaknesses. Last updated in February 2022. So if we continue here, we don't actually know if they've hit their targets when it comes to this in Q4. So slight worry for me, but we will touch on their socials a little bit later, and you'll actually see that they do sort of mitigate this a little bit. Currently sitting at around 7 cents, so a really nice price. Fully diluted market cap sitting at 71 million. We don't really understand their market cap at the moment. There's probably some issues with APIs and stuff like that, not really pulling through to coin market cap. Total supply of 1 billion coins, really not that much when you consider that my favorite go-to is Polkadot, also sitting at 1 billion. And remember what their price point was at the height of the last bull run. So that just shows that the potential here to hit even $20 is there. So I would definitely be considering this from a money-making perspective. It's right there, and it's really, really, easily achievable, basically. Having a look where to buy, there's not too many places at the moment. Uniswap and Huobi, probably two of the more well-known places to acquire this coin. The community has recently passed the proposal to list on MEXC, which I think is great. So they involve their community in a lot of the decisions that are made, and they update the community on a weekly basis through video calls and conferences and AMAs and stuff like that. This is the most recent one last week, where Dr. Anish spoke to the community about what's happening in the project and the updates of what's going on, which I really like to see as well. And as part of this update on the social, that's where they said that they had an overwhelming yes to list on MEXC, which is right here. So 98%, so that's great. So you should see this listing on MEXC very soon. ZKP is the ticker. If you are interested in getting onto it, I'm not too sure when they'll be listing, but within a few weeks, I wouldn't imagine that you'd be on there. So look out for that. If you are interested in this project, for me, it ticks all the boxes. Very interesting project, but going on my watch list, not necessarily something that I would jump into straight away. But privacy coins are going to be on the up and up with AI. So if you are wanting to get early into a new privacy project, this is probably the one for you. Make sure you're doing all your own research. Remember, nothing I say is financial advice. So make sure you're doing your own research and then decide if it's the coin for you. That's all I'm going to be talking about today. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you're liking, you're subscribing, you're hitting that bell notification. Comment down below if you like this project and if you are going to be getting involved. And I will see you in the next one.